Yo, what's up, guys? Happy Valentine's Day. Instead of going out on a date, I decided to go watch Captain America Brave New World. And let me tell you guys, this movie was really something. I wouldn't say special. I would say special in its own way, but not like the good kind of special. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm just gonna give my honest opinion on the movie right now, I would say it's a movie. Not good, not bad. Once again, just like Craven, I reviewed the other day. Not good, not bad. So this movie, it falls into a lot of common tropes, and I feel like I've seen this trope done before. Specifically, in other Marvel movies, actually, I've seen this exact trope done before. In actually a Captain America movie, I've seen this trope done before. So I was hoping to, get something new, get something fresh, but it feels like they repeated what Steve Rogers already did. And if we're talking about Steve Rogers and sorry, what's his real name? Why am I forgetting his real name? I'm blanking. Chris, not Hemsworth. Chris, you know who I'm talking. Chris Evans. Yeah. If we're talking about Chris Evans, I feel like he had some star power. I don't know what it was, but he had some star power, and his character was interesting. When we talk about Anthony Mackie and the Falcon, I feel like his character isn't enough to hold its own, if that makes sense. I feel like there needs to be more to Anthony Mackie's character in order for me to enjoy a solo film with him. Don't get me wrong, you could still have character development for him, but what is pre-established so far is nothing interesting. And I feel like this movie didn't really add anything in terms of his character. They added in terms of other characters, and they introduced a lot of side characters. And we'll touch on side characters later. But I feel like Anthony Mackie does not have that star power to have his own solo movie, and his features had to carry a little. Now, when we look at the main villain pissed me the fuck off. It pissed me off, bro. Oh my gosh, the main villain was annoying. Not only, let me not spoil, how do I say this? The main villain has an annoying ass voice. I'll just repeat the voice. I bet you didn't know this. I bet you didn't know. It's shit like that. He talks like that, and the main villain is so annoying. He's really ugly. Just very, very ugly and unpleasant to look at. Some villains look cool. Some villains, they're ugly by nature and they're still cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know an example, but some villains are supposed to be designed ugly and they're cool still. But fucking this villain was just ugly to look at and wasn't even cool. I was like, if I were a villain, you were the last person I would want to be. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I just wasn't vibing with the villain. And it's they didn't really have they had a direction, but I feel like it was kind of jumbled together. So without spoiling, they kind of build up to this climax, okay? And there's a big climax, and there are stakes behind this climax and this fight, and they build it up. And then the climax kind of passes. And then they make another climax that's not as big and doesn't have as much stakes. And it's damn, come on. Why are you doing... I feel like the previous climax would have been way better. And this last climax felt shoehorned in, and it didn't really feel necessary. So, it had me sitting there a little irritated. I was like, damn, I wish we went with that climax instead. I'm talking about climaxing too much. But yeah, they should have ended the movie at a specific point. Or should have had the final fight at a specific point instead of dragging it out. It felt like it was just tacked on and didn't really add much. Also, I feel like the writing could have been a little tighter. I don't know. There were some moments where it felt like... I don't know. It felt like the villain's actions wouldn't really happen. He just did some shit. He just pop up out of nowhere, do some shit, and then leave. And get away unscathed. Top security ass place. He'll bust in, do some shit, and then dip out. And that's what the main villain's doing. And I'm like, come on. This nigga is not doing that. I am so sorry. Just, if you know who the villain is, I don't think he's doing that shit. I'm sorry. He would have got caught or something. And then when we talk about Red Hulk, we know who Red Hulk is. We know Red Hulk is fucking what's his face? Why am I forgetting names today? Han Solo. I'm just gonna call him Han Solo at this point. I fucking forgot his name. How did I forget his name? Indiana Jones, Han Solo. You know his name. Harrison Ford. There we go. Jesus Christ. But it's revealed in the trailer who Red Hulk is, and that's cool and all. But the movie builds it up to be this big thing when we know who Red Hulk is already? Like, this is kind of minor spoilers, but like, they're building up like, who is Red Hulk, or not who is Red Hulk, but what is this? What is this? What is this? What is? And then boom, Red Hulk comes out, and it's like, bruh, you already showed this in the trailer. You already showed this in the trailer. Come on. And it felt like they knew that fucking Anthony Mackie would not be able to carry the movie on its own, like just in the trailers. So they were like, okay, let's toss in this in the trailers, and hopefully that brings more people to the theaters. But I feel like that detracted a lot from the movie. And when we speak on side characters now, I feel like they introduced so many side characters. I was talking with my girlfriend about this. They introduced so many side characters, and she was saying that they're all superpowered. Like, not like they have an ability or something, but they're all fucking, like, how do I explain this? They're all special in some way. Like, they introduce, minor spoilers again, they introduce a new Black Widow. That bitch can fight. And it's literally a random girl. Like, you think nothing of her, she could fight. They have a fucking Falcon sidekick. Of course, he could fly around and do all the same shit Falcon does. And they have, why Harrison Ford? Jesus Christ. They have Harrison Ford's old ass out there acting, bro. Transforming and shit. Like, come on, bro. Not everybody has to be superpowered. It feels like we have no normal people anymore. And speaking of normal people, this isn't a spoiler, okay? So, in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, okay, we know that Falcon did not take the super soldier serum, okay? We know he didn't take it. But, like, beginning of this movie, he's doing some, like, Winter Soldier shit. Well, not Winter Soldier, but Super Soldier. He's doing some Super Soldier shit. Like, catching, like, flying objects and shit. I'm like, you would break your arms if you're a normal human doing that. You would break your arms. I am so sorry. And, like, he has a jetpack attached to him. He does all these moves. Like, you would definitely break some bones, but he's doing these, like, superhuman stunts that a regular human would not be able to do. So it has me questioning, like, why not just have him take the super soldier serum in the first place if you're going to have him do all these stunts? Because it ruined my immersion. Let me not say it like that. It kind of ruined my immersion. Because he's doing these super powered stunts, and it's like, bro, you're a human. I should be able to do this, but I know damn well I would break every single bone in my body if I did one of those moves. You know? So it kind of, you know, threw me off a little bit. I got over it eventually. But since I went into this movie with low expectations, I will say I enjoyed it more than I usually do, or more than I thought I would. I literally went in with the thought, like, oh, this is going to be a typical Marvel movie. It's going to be like on Eternals level, you know. But I will say I enjoyed it more than like Eternals or some of those bad Marvel movies that came out, like Black Widow. I definitely enjoyed it more than those. So if I were to give this a score out of 10, it gets a big old 5. 5 big booms. Boom, 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 boom. Yep, 5 big booms. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the review. Would I recommend this movie? I'd recommend it if you go on like a discounted day, like Cinemark Tuesdays, or any Tuesday at any theater I think is discounted. Make sure you go on a Tuesday, enjoy the movie for a discounted rate. You know, it's cool to see in theaters. And oh, I want to talk about one more thing. The future of the... Never mind. This will be a topic for later. If y'all want a separate video, let me know in the comments. I love you guys. Happy Valentine's Day again, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.